Hello everyone, it's Nady, and welcome back to Made Me Buy It, where we test out products that the big beauty gurus love. And today we're going to be testing out the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation and Concealer. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away, because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. So today's episode is yet another TATI Made Me Buy It, and funnily enough, it's another foundation. The last TATI Made Me Buy It was with that Smashbox foundation, and holy shit, that's actually what it looked like on my face. It was pure shit. I love TATI, but oh my god. I don't know how people are making it work. I think somebody said that you need to add like a little bit of oil and use even less than what the directions say. I don't know. Being a lazy ass makeup bitch, I like one and done products, and so that one was just not for me. And when she said she loved this, I knew what we had to do. I hopped onto Sephora, saw the fucking price tag. Each one of these is $47. Needless to say, I only ordered two. I don't know if I got the right shades, and there weren't very many of them. In fact, let me hop onto Sephora's website right now and we can see exactly how many there are. 28, 29. Okay, so there are 30 shades here, which really isn't that bad. It's just the range. Like, I see bunch of different shades of vanilla, and then there's a few medium shades thrown in there and a very, very small speckling of deep shades, if you want to actually call that deep. And the deep shades are extremely red. I don't know, is this a luxury brand? If it is, I do often see these luxury brands gearing more towards their audience, so maybe their main clientele is lighter tones. Do I agree with that concept? No. Like, if you're gonna come out with a foundation, do the fucking thing and come out with a bunch of different shades. But I am looking at their past products, and this is actually a serious upgrade. So yes, honey, we are getting there. Anyways, like I said, this retails for 47 bucks. How much does the concealer retail for? This little guy is $31. Oh my god. This better blow me afterwards. Holy shit. The foundation looks like it has 4.4 out of 5 stars. That's actually really damn good. Let's read a couple of the lowest ratings. The first one says, not for me. Sadly, this didn't work. It settled in my large pores and made them look even worse than they ever did. My skin has never looked worse. Makes my normal size pores look twice as big. Oh my gosh, a lot of people are saying that, and that really scares me because around this section, I do have very large pores for some reason. Fortunately, under all of these magical lights, you can't see anything, but if it looks different in person, I will definitely turn these down and show you. This other person says, despite its claims of lasting 24 hours, this did not even look good after a 9-hour workday, which, I mean, after 9 hours, no matter what I'm wearing, I would probably look like a ratty ass shit show too. I have never believed any foundation that claims they last for 24 hours. That's like saying it's good for all skin types. Like, bitch, no. Okay, this person got it from Influencer to test out. They were not impressed with the quality of the foundation. It was too light and created a white overcast on their face. That does make a lot of sense because this does have SPF in it, which is titanium dioxide. And if y'all remember, like, way the fuck back a few years, everybody in their wedding photos always had, like, white faces. At least people in my family did, but it's because when a bright light, like a flash, hits foundation with SPF, it's gonna create a white flashback. And so if you're under bright lights or even sometimes natural light, it might look white. So just know that that could happen with an SPF foundation. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at a few of the highest ratings. Gorgeous and comfortable with a beautiful finish. Ooh, she actually uploaded a picture. She looks stunning. Smooth and lightweight. Oh my god, that sounds like me after a wax. Very easy to apply with a silicone or beauty sponge. It's only medium coverage, but you can build it up without it being thick and heavy. I don't know, I kind of like things thick and heavy. This foundation is amazing. The self-refreshing aspect has me intrigued from the beginning. It melts into your skin, and it's a beautiful medium coverage that's buildable. Okay, so I'm actually glad that we looked at this to know that it is buildable. Sometimes in the past when we've tested out shit like this, I'll build it up and my face ends up looking cakey and really textured, so it's nice to know that if we want it, we could get a fuller coverage. And with the concealer, this has 4.5 stars out of 5. The coverage on this concealer is good, only problem is that it creases almost immediately. Oh god, that fucking scares me. I have a very creasy under eyes. Oh, not at all full coverage. Very, very sheer coverage. Okay, let's look at the better reviews. Perfect for under the eye, doesn't fade and looks super natural. By far one of the best I've ever tried. It's lightweight and buildable, and a little bit goes a long way. Maybe that's why the tube is the size of a fucking pocket vibrator. God damn, that's a lot of money for that tiny thing. It's really good, but the wand is a little bit weird looking. I'd probably rather have a doe foot. Doesn't crease once it's set, and the brush is unique. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and open these up? I don't even know if I got the right colors. I probably didn't. But then again, they didn't have that much to offer. Even though there's like 30 shades of some form of light on here, I feel like I wasn't able to really get a good match. Oh god, they both look kind of yellow. Oh, I don't know. I think maybe we'll go with that one, although it kind of looks gray and ashy next to me. But that one looks really yellow. Fuck, I don't know. The concealer had very, very few shades to choose from, so I just ordered a light one for brightening. That might actually be perfect. I want to see this brush that everybody's talking about. Oh, that is a very odd choice for a concealer, unless you do just need a few little dots, and that's why it's got like that little bloopy thingy on the end. I know that it's all the rage now to like put a shit ton on and like paint your face with it, and maybe you don't need to do that with this. With the foundation, the C4HA website says this has active force technology, which protects the finish from the effects of sweat, oil, and facial movement. It's got responsive sensory technology that helps foundation adapt to skin's condition, tone, and texture, and it also has smart correcting powder that enhances skin surface, texture, and tone. How do they fit all that shit in here? God damn, it's like a fucking robot. It's free of sulfates, SLS, SLES, parabens, phthalates, hydroquinone something, and contains less than 1% of synthetic fragrances. Why the fuck does it have any synthetic fragrances? Oh god, and I can't even open the bottle to like smell it. The concealer has the same exact claims that says this long-wearing concealer synchronizes with skin and self-refreshes non-stop. It features technology from Japan. It helps resist heat, oil, and humidity, and even motion, so you maintain coverage that lasts up to 24 hours. It also helps brighten the look of under-eye fatigue and dullness for a fresh look. Oh my god, fucking bathe me in this shit. So I do have a tiny drop of YSL Touche Éclat underneath my eyes. You can probably tell because right here is all yellow. And then I have a little bit of highlighter on, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face and moisturize and get all primed and prepped for this, and we can dive in. Alright, my face has been washed, and oh my god, I think there was cat hair on my little makeup wipe thing. Ugh. I know, I'm sure everybody is surprised that my mouth touched some kitty. I have to say kitty or else I'll be demonetized. Anyways, my face has been washed, it's been moisturized, and now I'm gonna go in with my primer. This is the No Poreblem Prime Essence. I love this shit so much. It smells like clean laundry and freshly washed hair. Okay, I can't remember which one did we say I was gonna use. Let's try this one, even though, oh my gosh, that does look so fucking light. But that one just looks yellow. Yellow. It's me. I think we'll do this one. The directions say to shake very well, and I will. Shake them titties, bitch. Shake well before use, twist cap to unlock, and lock pump, wipe dispenser after use, but there isn't any suggested application method, is there? Apply liberally 15 minutes before sun exposure. Use a water-resistant sunscreen if swimming or sweating. Bitch, I am a sweaty ass hoe, and they want me to reapply every 2 hours. Children under 6 months, ask a doctor. Who the fuck is gonna put foundation on their 6-month-old? Anyways, this does not have a suggested method of application, so on this side of the face, we'll go in with, let's do a sponge on this side and then a brush on this side. Actually, no, let's do a sponge on this side and a brush on this side, just to really confuse everyone. Actually, my monitor is sitting right here, and I like to be able to look at it when I apply it with a sponge, so that's why I always do a sponge on this side. So, let's go in and we twist the fancy cap. Oh my god, this bitch too bougie for me. Okay, so, let's go right there. If it'll go. Oh, I can feel it coming to the edge. Come on, baby. Ooh, yes. Okay, so there it is. It's a little bit liquidy if my camera will fucking focus. Come on, you bitch. There we go. It's very kind of runny. I'm not mad at that. I'm just a little bit concerned because I know that is gonna soak right the fuck up into my sponge. So why don't we go in with a few little drops? This is like 2.5 pumps. It's probably way too much. I'm sure I overdid it. Oh my god, it's just going everywhere. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully the color isn't too awful. I don't know. I don't have my hopes up. It's either too yellow, too dark, too light, something. It blends out instantly, almost to like a second skin finish, which I love that. As I'm getting older, I'm really detesting foundations that just sit on top of your skin unless I'm doing like a drag look or something. But damn, that looks beautiful. It really didn't offer a whole lot of coverage, but it is very natural looking. That color is almost like perfection, is it not? Fuck. Okay, so here we are with 2.5 pumps. A lot of it did get soaked into here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want a little bit more coverage, so why don't I go ahead and do the other side with the brush, and then whichever application wins, we can do the rest of our face with. But wow, that does look really, really pretty, which it should for that fucking price tag. Oh my god, it's expensive. On this side, I'm gonna go in with this Hank & Henry brush. This is Tasha, and let's, I guess, do the same amount, about 2.5 squirts. And I have never used this brush as a foundation brush, but holy shit, if you are getting into brushes and want really, really good like top of the line brushes, definitely check out these Hank and Henry ones. Oh my god, they're good. No, this is not at all sponsored, but like when I find a good brush that I love, I stick to that shit, and I am totally not a brush snob. Like half the shit I have is from like AliExpress for $3, and they work perfectly fine, but these, like if you're wanting to go a bit more pro with like weighted handles and really good bristles, these are amazing. Check them out. No, I don't have a code or anything. I'm not an affiliate. I don't even know if they have an affiliate program, but they are very, very good. Much like this fucking foundation. Oh my god, it is beautiful. Even with the brush, like they both blended out so effortlessly, so smoothly. They look like my skin, but better. I really don't notice that big of a difference between the two. I think maybe I like the sponge side a little bit more because it's more pressed into my skin. But there's some foundations out there where if you use a brush, they're really streaky, or if you use a sponge, it all just gets soaked up and there's like no coverage and it's splotchy. But this foundation, it looks amazing both ways, does it not? Like, look at that. Oh my goodness. It is absolutely creasy though. I am noticing right under my eyes, like the moment I stop blending it out, it instantly creases. And I think this is supposed to be crease proof, isn't it? It says self-refreshing, but on Tati's video, it said crease proof, I thought. So here we have it. I mean, this is kind of a lot of foundation. This is 5 pumps. I don't know if it would have been different had I done my whole face at once. Maybe as much of the product wouldn't have been soaked up into the brush or the sponge. I don't know. But we did have to use quite a bit to get this kind of coverage. I'm actually not mad at the coverage. Like with a bit of concealer, I would be totally okay. I kind of wonder if maybe I shouldn't go in with a little bit more foundation because we are testing out that concealer and I want to see if it'll cover up the purple. I think we'll leave it at this. Let me turn off a few of the lights so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so I turned off my main light. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see anything, if it's gonna look any different. Usually when I turn the lights off, you can like see the pores and stuff. Oh, let me turn off these lights and see what we're working with. Okay, that's a little bit better. You can kind of see there. I turned off my other lights, but I forgot that my camera was plugged into that light switch and it just died. But hopefully you were kind of able to see a little bit more realistic lighting. I don't use any skin filters. I currently don't have any fillers in my face. I just have this amazing light setup, and oftentimes this light setup totally fools the camera. I am very much in love with this right now. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. Before we go ahead and do the rest of our face, let's use the concealer. Where the fuck did I put it? Here we have the little concealer with its teeny tiny baby interesting, not doe foot. And once again, there is no application method on here, but because it says full coverage, why don't we just start with a few little drops? We'll go like right there. And I am still gonna go in the normal shape that I would apply this in, but just maybe use a little bit less. Let's put some right there, down the nose. Oh God, I really do not like the shape of this. And here we go, I'm gonna go in with my Bouteille blender. Well, it didn't really offer that much coverage. Yeah, it did kind of brighten things up. But other than that, I mean, like, I can still see the purple underneath my eyes. I don't really think this could cover up a blemish. Although usually with blemishes, you'd kind of want to use a cream or something a bit more thick. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, like, it's pretty, but it's very minimal. But on this side, it actually looks like it's doing a great job of covering up. So maybe I didn't apply enough to this side. Maybe I'll need a second little layer. Let's go in on my forehead. And it's actually kind of caking up on my forehead and really drying it out, even though I went in with a great moisturizer beforehand. So I don't really love the texture that it's giving me up there. I don't know if you can even see it or not, but it's just like bumpy ass dry skin. There is with one coat. I don't think it looks terrible, but full coverage, that might be a little bit of a stretch. Let's go in with a little bit more. And I don't know, maybe I'm just tired beyond the point of fixing. That's doing an okay job, I think. To me, even though it's pretty, it's not offering a whole lot of coverage. Maybe it's the kind of concealer that you have to put on before the foundation and maybe a little bit after as well. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think it looks bad. It's not really cakey underneath my eyes. It doesn't seem like it's creasing too terrible, although I do keep kind of blending it out to avoid creasing. But I certainly wouldn't say that it's really worth the price. Before any more creasing happens, I'm gonna go in with my 100% Pure Bamboo Blurring Powder. I'm gonna start by taking it right underneath the eyes. You don't need very much, but it does an excellent job at blurring anything. Like, look at that. Oh my God. And it's all natural. Totally recommend this stuff, even though it does have a very, very high price tag, it's worth it. And then I'm also going to take this and press it into the rest of the face kind of lightly. The foundation, even though it's beautiful, I can kind of feel it on my face, and it does still feel a little bit wet. And I really don't mind wet things on my face, but in this case, I kind of want this to last all day and look as pretty as possible. And then to finish up, I take a little bit of powder on my brush and tap it in, just like that. That way it doesn't go flying everywhere and we don't lose most of it. And we'll take this all over the face and just dust off any excess. Oh, fuck, I breathed it in. What's weird is that I do keep pressing in powder, but it still feels a little bit tacky. And I mean, I've had it on for maybe 10 or so minutes. I think that looks so pretty, y'all. What do you think? Neither of them really have the most coverage in the world. I could probably do without that concealer, but it did an okay job at making me look a little bit more healthy. Maybe like I got 45 minutes more sleep. Otherwise, both of these look so fucking pretty, like almost like my Dior Backstage, maybe a little bit more cakey, but really not that bad. On my forehead, I think it looks wonderful. After adding that powder, the dryness kind of disappeared. I don't know where the fuck it went, but it doesn't look bad. Before we go in with any other powders, I am going to take my Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day and just give my face a little bit of a set. Blow myself in front of the fan. Yes, honey. All right, and here is what we look like. Not all of my flaws are covered up, like we can still see that, we can still see that. So it's definitely on the lighter side of the medium coverage spectrum, especially since this is what, like 5 pumps. It feels so smooth on my face. I don't know if that's because of the powder, because that powder really is magic, but it's also kind of tacky still at the same time, so I'll give it a little bit of time. It doesn't feel like anything would cling to it when I add my powder products. It just has a little bit of texture to it. I keep looking at the monitor and it looks like my nose is red. Did I not cover it? I'm pretty sure I covered everything. Usually when I'm editing, I'll see like a big spot that I missed and I'm like, how the fuck did you do that, you dorky dingus? But today, I think it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and finish up with the rest of our face. Oh my god, I just realized that my microphone went out, so I'm sorry for the little bit of bad audio, but here we are. I think it looks so fucking pretty. Like everything blended out as good as I could blend it out. When I reviewed this palette with the other foundation that I was testing out, it's still gathered right there, so please ignore that because I don't think it's the foundation's fault. And I know I did go a little bit heavy with the bronzer and contour, but once I'm glammed up, it'll all go together. But wow, I am really fucking impressed with this foundation. It's not settling into the fine lines on my forehead, at least not so bad that it's making like caverns. Sometimes I swear there's creasing so badly on my forehead that if you walked up to it and spoke into it, it would echo. But everything does look really, really pretty. In this area where I do tend to have enlarged pores, you can see them, but I really don't think they're any more visible than if I didn't have makeup on. The under eye creasing right there, it is not the most attractive. It's certainly not the worst that we've had on this channel, but I would love it if, you know, it wasn't there. I'm gonna go ahead and get glammed up, put the rest of my face on, and I will see you at the end of the day after a wear time test. And we are back. It is the end of the day, and I'm pretty sure that concealer oxidized, I think, because when I was just in my kitchen looking in the mirror, there is no highlight left. There's like a little bit under there still. So any highlight that you see that's still there is purely flashback from the titanium dioxide in this. In real life, it just looked like one color. Very, very weird. Like right here, it doesn't look that bad, but like out there, I'm just super fucking tan. So I'm pretty sure that both the concealer and the foundation definitely oxidize. But let's get you zoomed in and we can take a closer look at this. Me. Oh my god. So we'll ignore this right there. It's purely my highlighter. I don't think I've gotten really shiny. It still looks pretty much the exact same. Like it is just like second skin. On my forehead, it is settling into the fine lines. It may have been better had I like really pressed the powder into them to set it. And the under eyes, I think look really good. Are they super fucking concealed? No, but it's still pretty, I think. Not necessarily worth the price. I do think you could probably find a better concealer that would probably look the same and probably for quite a bit less. Now that everything is on my face, my pores don't look huge. It just looks like my skin, but healthier. I really don't have any complaints, although I guess maybe on the the price, because for the amount that I had to use, the price to me was a bit high, especially because with the 5 pumps, I didn't get full ass coverage. And so to get full ass coverage, you would need a lot of product. And this is the standard 1 ounce, so it's not like you're getting more for your money, but it is a very good foundation. Like, Tati, girl, you got that shit right. Do I recommend it? I think I do. I have like combination skin where it's dry in certain parts and oilier in others, and it seems to be doing fine on both. Like, it's not coming off my nose at all. Oh, actually, it kind of is a little bit, but it's not like rubbing off and leaving big empty spaces where you can see the redness of my skin, but something is definitely coming off on my finger. So maybe it's the kind of foundation that might need powdered throughout the day, or maybe at least blotted with a blotting sheet. That might help, but there's no big missing splotches. My face still feels so soft. I did read that one of the first ingredients in this is dimethicone, so that's probably why it feels so soft. But even with the dimethicone, it's not slipping and sliding around all over my face. It feels clung into place. It feels very comfortable, very lightweight. I could probably go to sleep in this. I'm not going to, but I probably could. I like it. Do I think it's worth the price though? Ooh, that's a tough one for me. I always compare any foundation that I like to my all-time favorite Dior Backstage, which you really only need a few drops of and is only, I think, like 40 bucks. And that stuff I do think is worth the price. This stuff, you have to use quite a bit of it, but it also looks really pretty. Oh, I'm gonna say that no, I don't think it's worth the price, but I do think it's a really good product. So if you do have a little bit to spend in the makeup budget and you're looking for a good foundation, I do think I would recommend this, but it's certainly not something that you need to go out right now and purchase and not eat for a week. It's good, but it ain't that good. But I'm very excited to keep on using this. I'm really proud of myself for the shade match that is until it oxidized. I don't know if you can really see the difference right here. In person, there is a very clear difference, but maybe it's not showing up as bad on camera. Under these lights with the bounce back, I think it's really pretty, but do know that there is definitely a bounce back. Do not use this in photography, especially not for wedding makeup. Like, the bride will probably be as white as her dress. So yeah, there we go. I'm actually really fucking happy because everybody was launching foundations and I tried so many of them and none of them really looked good, but this looks great. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below if there's any new products that you'd like me to try that a beauty guru absolutely adored or hated. I would love to see how it looks on my skin. Thank you all so much for being here. If you are subscribed, please make sure to check the bell. I just found out that a lot of people who had the bell on, their notifications for my videos were completely turned off. So if you want notified, please make sure you double check. And like I just said, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepopluxe.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepopluxe.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!